the mentality. Let's go ahead and start looking at how we could start to get things ramped up for this year. Uh, Asking ourselves the questions, getting into the challenges that we face off against. Uh, so, what types of things are you going through today? What types of places are you looking to get to? A lot of us are stopping ourselves from that ability. And so, how do we start getting ourselves into the place where, even in our professions, we're starting to increase, where our mentalities are starting to increase, where we become universal tools in such a way that this universe starts to use us? So today, I want to talk a little bit about that. I want to talk about how we can utilize the ability in our professions. And how we can utilize this type of technology within ourselves to overcome our challenges that we face off against us, against the world, and against the things that we go through on a daily basis. Like I was saying, I've done over nearly a decade of sales. I've done nearly 100,000 people I've talked to in the last 7 years. From telesales to car sales to over a year of videos to meditation to the different parts of our lives, and it all comes down to really this. It's really what it starts to come down to is we're all going to face off against challenges. It's where your mentality is to make it through your challenges, right? It's when you say to yourself, it doesn't matter what somebody else has, is what you got inside of you. It's when you're willing to use your fight, when you're in your fight with your challenges, when you're in your fight with the things that you're going through, the ability inside of yourself is what starts to matter the most, right? We hear a lot of these speakers, they talk about what drives you. What is in your mind? What is really going on inside of you that gets you to the place where you're able to get that position, where you're able to get to that level of your profession? And a lot of us stop ourselves from that place. We stop ourselves from achieving our dreams before we even get there. And how do we start to change that? How does that start to become a reflection on the outside? How do the sales team seek out that type of mentality? How do we turn it to where the reflection is coming? And if you're a business owner out there, if you're in a place of profession, if you're in a place of mastery, this is for you. This message today is for you. This level of focus is for you. This place inside of you is when you focus to that level. It's when you give yourself that kind of permission to challenge that part of yourself. So if this mentality is in a place where you're looking for your ability to focus past your challenges, if you're working on challenges right now, this video is for you. If you're looking to make it through your challenges, this video is for you. If you're in a place where you want your sales team to increase, this message is for you. You might be trying to reach out. You can reach out through motivation, meditation, and inspiration, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If you're looking for your team to increase, if you're looking to be a part of a team, look inside of yourself first. Look inside of the ability that you have inside of you, inside of your level of focus. It's when you are grinding, it's when you are putting yourself where your mind is there, where your real ability inside of yourself becomes a reflection on the outside, where your level of understanding comes at a universal level. This is for you. What I'm saying to you is when you want it as bad as you want to vibrate in the universe, right? A lot of people think that it's just about one level. There's so many levels to being yourself. There's so many levels to being who you are. Your level, your focus, your ability to be who you are on the inside come from you. They come from your ability to sit down with yourself. A lot of people, they go and apply for a position. They go ahead and get that position. Then they get their butt kicked in that position. Why? Because they compare themselves to somebody else. If you want that top spot, if you want to be that manager, if you want to be that owner, if you want to be in that place, this message is for you. It's when you put yourself in that place of focus. It's when you put yourself in that place of ability. It's when you give yourself the ability to sit down and write stuff down and put it in front of yourself in such a way that you start to dominate your team. And I mean, you start to see those people in your team and they start to shine. Okay, sometimes we have to work as a team. Sometimes the things that we go through are not just our own. And it's when we work together, it's when we put ourselves in a mindset. So this is for that profession, this is for that professional. You know, a lot of people, they face off against worry, but they don't face off against the true challenges. They don't put themselves in the place to achieve it. And so each day, each place that we get to, each mentality, each ability inside of ourselves, each ability to get through our challenges on our own. And a lot of us have challenges. A lot of us have the ability to grow. We have the ability to put ourselves in a place where we can see that person, we can lift them up by our own ability. And a lot of people stop themselves there. A lot of people stop themselves from that place. They stop themselves from those kind of challenges. Ask yourself why. Why do you stop yourself from growing? You know, a lot of times, if that's not the right place for you, it will move out of the way. Allow the things that are not meant for you to move out of the way on their own. Allow the things that are not meant for you to have their own place. Let them go. Let them go on their direction. See, in my mind, in my ability, inside of who you are, that is a mentality. That is an ability for you to see it for yourself. It's up for you to see that. It's up for you to realize that when you go to a position, you're going to be a newbie. When you go to a place of profession, you're going to have to master it. You're going to have to remaster it. And when you put yourself in your challenges and when you put yourself in your mentality, it's the ability to make it through one's challenges. It's the ability to make it to the place where the focus comes from within. And a manifestation radiates light outwards. A manifestation comes from a vibration, comes from an actual understanding, a level of focus to the point where you become a foundation in focus, where the ability inside of yourself has a place to get to. And that is a focusing on your journey, focusing on your path, focusing on your purpose. If this position isn't for you, let it move out of the way. Find the one fits you. Find the place that fits you. Find the place where the challenge is yesterday, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. There's no difference. And so we focus to that place, we focus to that level, the mind becomes liberated. The ability inside of the mind to free oneself comes to you, and that's inside of us all. This isn't a single thing, this isn't a group effort, this is your mentality. This is the ability to ask yourself that type of question, and that is the place where we sit down with ourselves. And a lot of people, we neglect that place, they neglect that ability, they neglect that kind of challenge because they don't ask themselves the questions. Why do you not ask yourself that question? Ask yourself that question daily. Ask yourself that question weekly. Is what I'm doing today focused? Am I in a place where my drive, my practice, my profession is in focus with my life? See, a lot of people don't get to that place where they use that proper level of force, where they use that proper level of being, where they use that proper level of universal understanding. And so, are we using those kind of tools? Are you putting yourself in that place where the tools that you use, the tools that you have, the challenges that you go through, the things that you do on a daily basis come from you? Or are you allowing yourself not to be who you are on the inside? Are you allowing yourself to work through your challenges? Are you allowing yourself to be who you truly are? Because you are a blessing. You have started this journey. You have started this path. And a lot of people get lost on that page. They forget about their past. They forget about their journey. They forget about their ability to be who they are, because they cannot reach that level of mentality inside of themselves, because nobody sat down and said, hey, you need to focus. Hey, you need to put yourself in a place where you work through your challenges, where you put yourself in a place where the universe has the ability to hit you in the face to pick you back up. And that is your spot. That is your place. This is your time. This is your universe. It's up for you to see that kind of blessing, to become that kind of tool, to use this thing at that level where you become a dominance within the universe. You are a blessing. You are a son. You are a daughter of the Most High God. You are blessed to be you. But it's up for you to see for yourself. It's up for you to work through your challenges to get to the place where you want to be, so you can get through the challenges that only you can. And those challenges that you face off against, those things that you think are difficult, those hours you might hold in your positions, those things that you might be able to do, might just be the thing that only you want for you. See that. is a blessing. See, when we pull hours at jobs, when we work in our homes, when we organize our rooms, when we put ourselves in a place where focus goes beyond, when we give ourselves the ability to be who we are on the inside, that radiating light starts to radiate. That level of focus starts to create a reflection. You know what that reflection is? That reflection is motivation. Okay, so don't ask somebody else to become motivated. Become focused to the point where others see you as a reflection of motivation. Let them see that for themselves. Let them call you strong. Let them call you focused. Let them call you determined. Let them call you things, and no matter what they call you, you call yourself a blessing from the Most High God. That is the life that I'm looking for. That is the life that I'm working on. That is the life that I've been on this journey. And I've recognized that this journey is worth it. This journey is a place, these paths, these challenges, these things that you go through. Oh, and I know you watch these videos. I know I see it daily. I see the additional people who add the comments and leave the concerns and hear their mentalities. And I want you to connect. I want you to see that for yourself. I want you to see your challenges can be overcome. I want you to see that your ability inside of yourself is to be you. What a blessing it is to be you. What a blessing it is for you to have challenge. Because when you start to embrace your challenges, when you truly start to get down with the parts inside of yourself, when you start to ask yourself the questions that nobody else can, then that's when you tune in. That's when you turn that radio to the level of focus, that place, that center of foundation within yourselves. You know, your professional teams need this. Your professional teams need to see the reflection of you. And when you become that professional, when you get those people, when you get those teams, recognize that you are a result of your own reflection. And see, that is a level of mentality that sales teams need. They need to understand that sales at a maximum level is customer service. That when you serve other people, you receive in return. When you put yourself in a place where you understand the law of riches and the way in which it gives you the ability to increase in your mentality and your level of focus, guess what? The world, the universe has nothing but to yield. It yields its riches. It yields its level of reflection. And you see your boss, you see your colleagues, you see those things. They're a level of reflection of the understanding of that level of focus. So if you're looking for your team to achieve that level of mentality, I am here. I'm here to tell you it's worth it. I'm here to tell you that you can do it. I'm here to tell you that if you want to achieve a high level of sales, if you want to achieve a high level in your relationship, if you want to achieve a high level in your mentality, it starts with your vibration. Okay, understanding energy, understanding the being, understanding the purpose inside of yourself is all part of you. It's all part of your ability. It's all part of your challenges. And when I was getting my butt kicked in sales and I was down and I was at the bottom, and I remember always getting to first and second every single month. It didn't matter if I worked 100 hours a week or 150. What mattered the most was what was going on in the mind. So when we open our minds, when we open our abilities, when we start to use the universe, when we start to bring things towards positivity, we start to put things in a positive place, we start to put things into a level of mentality where the reflection comes from our level of focus. So if you think that because this situation or that situation you can't achieve it, ask yourself the question, has anybody else achieved it with your situation? And if the answer is yes, if your ability to do that is within you, then recognize if they can do it, you can too. And I see that on a daily as I grind, as I put myself through this, as I work on my WordPress, my Periscope, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, motivation, meditation, inspiration runs through my veins. The level of reflection that you see here is from the level of focus, the level of knowledge, the level of discipline, to be oneself, centered into that level of understanding, that level of being, that level of blessing, that level of you. And it's up to you to want it for yourself. It's up to you to want to hear it within yourself. It's up to you to want to become it for yourself. And a lot of people, oh yeah, they seek it out. They seek it out on a daily. They're searching for that story. When you are that story, You are that story. You are that inspiration. You are that reflection of your level of focus. So let's go ahead and start dominating that. Let's go ahead and start putting it on paper. Let's go ahead and start writing it down. Let's start writing down our challenges. Let's start putting it in such a way that when we're in a sales meeting, when we're in our homes, when we're in our professions, when we're mastering our time, okay, focusing in on your time is important. Focusing on what you put your energy into, where you put your energy is important. Okay, focus as a aimed process of energy. And so if you want other people to see you as that top in your position, if you want other people to see you in your manifestation, in your being, if you want other people to see you at your level of reflection, then it starts with you first. It starts with you, and it comes from your mentality that you will achieve your dreams. It comes from your mentality that you will start to become a reflection outwards. And so if you want to become the best salesman, first focus on yourself. Focus on your level of grind. Focus on your ability to sit down with yourself. You know, I remember when we would go outside and we would walk around cars over and over and over and over again, just so that that one time that a customer would come in, we could dance. Okay, are you dancing in your life? Are you giving yourself the ability to go through your challenges? Are you starting to finesse your ability? Is your ability to open your parachute, to cruise down from within your mind, within your ability? And so that is the question of focus. That is the question of a foundation. And a lot of us stop ourselves before that ability. We stop ourselves by giving that to somebody else. You know, in profession, in skill, in things that you're looking to do, in things that you're looking to become. Your mentality is what liberates you. Your mentality is what frees you. And it's also the thing that can disable you. So when you focus into the ability to utilize that, when you focus into the ability to be the professional that you are, to face off against the challenges that you go through, to be the blessings that you have, the universe utilizes you. Okay, we see this when we go to a store. We see this when we go in our homes. We see this when we go to our professions. And it's not just in one place. The mentality comes from the vibration. It comes from the ability to vibe. It comes from the ability for you to have your own understanding of yourself. And each of us have a journey. Each of us have a path. Each of us have a purpose. And it's reaching that place. It's reaching that level inside of ourselves. You know, I'm looking at my own personal website here, and it's the 6th of January, you know, and I've had this website up, motivation, meditation, inspiration, for a year, and I just received my 30th follower. Okay, I want you to understand that building oneself starts from the ground up. It doesn't start from the top to the bottom. And we've seen a lot of people who come from the top and all of a sudden they end up at the bottom. Why? Because it comes down to your level of focus, guys. It comes down to your level of being. It comes down to your level of determination. And a lot of people aren't determined. That's why you see these people, they get a lot and they lose it. Why do they lose it? Because they didn't earn it for themselves. That's because they didn't face off against their own challenges. They wanted somebody else to do it for them. They wanted somebody else to become it for them. They wanted somebody else to be the blessings that they already have inside of themselves. It's up to you to want it for you. It's up to you to become it within you. It's up to you to focus to that level where you utilize you. And so are you using this? Are you using this ability inside of yourself? Are you focusing to that place? And I see it happening. I see the work that's being put in. I see the daily grind, the weeks, the months, the years that have been put into it. I see the time that I was in the dark, that I felt like I was writing everything down before I started speaking this out, before I started putting this artwork down on paper, before I see that stage, I see that ability, and I want you to know you can do it for yourself as well. I see people send me messages, and the other day I got a message saying, we see that you're not on the top of Google. I will be on the top of Google. You know why? Because my mentality has such a determination that if it takes 1 or 5 years, I will do it. I will become it. I will manifest it. I will go and teach your sales teams. I will go and teach those people. I will have speeches. I will talk in front of people. It will happen. And the determination to continue, yeah. The level inside of this mind, this ability here, is to inspire you. It's to drive you so that when you're getting your butt kicked at your job and your profession, and you're getting your butt kicked in your homes, you can hear this message, and this thing will kick your butt so hard you decide to get back up and compare yourself to nobody else but yourself. That's a level of domination. That's a level of understanding that no matter who it is, okay, when your mind is in place, when your level of focus in place, those things have no point but to move out of the way. You see, you are a blessing in this universe. You started your journey in this universe. Everything that comes into your path is a part of your path purpose. And so it's up for you to start to achieve it. It's up for you to start to become it. It's up for you to start to manifest it. And each of you have that inside of yourself. Each of you have that place. That's why I want to work with your teams. I want to work with your challenges. I want to help you to understand your energy. I want you to focus to the point where your challenges can be overcome, because you can do it. You can achieve it. You can find that person inside of you. You can find that blessing inside of you. You can find those kind of challenges inside of you. Because you are a blessing in this universe. You are a tool in this universe. You have a level of focus. And so achieve it for you. Achieve it for nobody else but yourself. Achieve being you for yourself. When other people ask you if you changed, say, no, I actually haven't. I've actually focused. I've actually got down with my challenges. I've actually got to the place inside of myself where I focus beyond my challenges, where they have no place but the ability to lift one up. They have no place but the ability for other people to see me on a level of grind, to see me on a level of ability, to see me on a level of reflection. And yeah, you might see this as an art. You might see this as a reflection. Oh, well, yeah, and when your teams need this help, they're going to see this level of grind too. When you see your teams in sales skyrocket because you heard this message, recognize you can reach out and I can come and teach your team how to do it for themselves. I could teach them how to write stuff down. I could start to teach them how to get on time, like when I was at Chrysler. Let me tell you about this. I worked 100 hours a week. Okay, I sold cars 50, 60 hours a week and drove cars 35 to 40 hours a week. I did 5 years of driving, and 2.5 years of car sales, 3.5 years of telesales, and 6 months of collections. So focusing to that level, getting to that place for your team, getting to that place where you know, a lot of us say, how can you do it? A lot of us say, how is it possible? But it's in your mind. It's in your ability to focus to that place. Oh yeah, I've also bypassed a year of videos. A place inside of myself is working to that place. I've already got 30 people on my website, my motivation, meditation, inspiration. If you don't mind, go subscribe. If you're hearing this message, go to my site, click follow. Let's go ahead and get these things going. Let's get this conversation going. Let's get this into this place where you see these videos for yourselves. And so, your energy is important. Your understanding of that energy, the way in which people come in contact with you, how they are greeted, how you work in your professions, how your being, how your vibration, how your team, how your reflection. And if you ask your boss, if you ask the owner of your company, or if you are the owner, the most important thing that they're looking for is a reflection, because they want to know. They want to know that what they're doing is happening for a cause, it's happening for an ability. And you see, when you reflect that kind of vibration, when you reflect that kind of understanding, when you reflect that level of being, when what you're utilizing is you, when what you're having going on within you radiates light outwards, when you focus to that level where you become that kind of reflection, yeah, then your team see you as a level of reflection. They see you as a level of focus. They see you as a strength, as a person, as an inspiration from your level of focus. Those challenges start to become a little thing. You start to overcome them one by one until they no longer have the ability to hold you back. But you got to see it piece by piece. You got to see the equation before you get to the position. You got to see the equation before you see the hundreds of people, the thousands of people. You got to see the equation before you see the rooms, the meditation, the reflection. And that's where the domination comes in. When you want to do something, you do it well. Like when I was working at Cox Communication and we were selling Watch TV. You know, a lot of people, okay, were with Roku's. And we were trying to outsell Roku. Okay, so first you got to understand, and this is for your sales teams out there. You got to believe in your products. You got to, just like you got to believe in yourself. Okay, when you believe in yourself, the things that you do, the things that you utilize, it doesn't matter what somebody else has. That's what they got, okay? And that's how it is with life. That's why this has to deal with everything. It has to deal with focusing on the things that you do have. Because what you don't have doesn't matter. That ain't yours. That ain't your problem even. Your challenges, your place inside your level of mentality, your level of focus comes from within your mind. Comes from within your ability to be yourself. To truly be yourself. To start to understand you. And see, when you help other people, they help you as well. This is called the law of riches. Understanding this in the universe is to be a part of the universe. And that's when blessings start coming your way. That's when your sales teams start to increase. That's when your profession, that's when the universe starts to yield, when you're willing to give more than you receive. Are we able to do that? Are we able to give more than we receive? Is the value in which we are receiving, is what you're receiving, is that position you're receiving, is that blessing, is that companion what you're receiving? Are you giving more than you're receiving? Because that's how the universe works. That's how the universe utilizes it. That's how the universe focuses in on you. If you want to become a center in the universe, if you want a 1% life, if you want a level of mentality where other people come and seek you out first, give more than you receive. Put yourself in a place where what you are is a reflection, where what you are inside is a manifestation. Oh, what a beautiful thing it is to be a part of this universe. What a beautiful thing it is to have challenge, to have things to work through and things to go and to overcome. Because when you start to overcome things, you start to see that it's possible. It's possible that you might become the best salesman in your position. It's possible that you might become the best writer, singer, author. And I know you will seek me out. I see you across the globe. I see your traffic from here to India, to Germany, to the United States, to everywhere across the globe. I see you guys. I see you hearing my messages. I know that they're being penetrating in this universe. And this is for you. This is for you out there, even in Australia, and in Mongolia, and in Brazil, and in Spain, and in Europe, and across the globe. This message is for you. If you want this thing, if you want to become that type of person, if you want that kind of universe to yield to you, if you want that, hear this. Focus. Put yourself in a place where you are not caring what other people call you. You are not caring what other people are doing. You are caring about your path, your journey, simplicity. Break it down simply to be on your journey. Is this a part of your journey? Is this bringing you positivity in your journey? Is it bringing you closer to how you start to see that no matter how difficult the situations, okay, no matter how difficult they are, you have the ability to make it through it. I see the multiple people on the Instagram feeds. I see the multiple people on the Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, hearing this message. I see them on my personal website, okay? I want you to understand this. I want you to understand that when you are broken down, it's you that has to get back up. Build that foundation. Build that team that overcomes the challenge. Build that team that has the ability to find one inside, that has the ability to lift one up from your level of focus, from your level of foundation. Where is your foundation? What is it that you stand on? Do you stand on focus, or are you crumbling on somebody else's? Okay, let's go ahead and start getting into it. Let's go ahead and start getting into how we can utilize meditation in the professional aspect. Okay, how can we start to understand energy inside of other people? A lot of people have different types of energies. There's about 7 energy field combinations within the human being. Understanding each individual energy field combination gives you the ability to hold a conversation with that person in their own way. So if you are serving somebody in your day, if you are out there in a profession, if you are in a place where you are customer service, which if you are a part of a business, if you are working in some aspect, you are a part of customer service, okay? You might be customer service to your colleagues. You might be customer service to the people buying these goods from you. You might be customer service to the businesses you're working with. No matter where you are, you might be customer service in your homes. So getting down to that level, we start to understand the service of oneself, even yourself. Service of oneself is to sit down and study you. So that energy inside of you is very important. That being inside of you is very important. That person that you are, those things that are going on in your mind, your challenges that you go through, that level inside of you, those things that you might not be okay with, those things that you might be okay with, all that is asking you if you can break it down to positivity. It's asking you if you can start to get to the place where that energy starts to flow, where that vibration starts to radiate. And a lot of people, they stop themselves from going inwards. They stop themselves from the manifestation of their being, the manifestation of their knowledge. And a lot of people at that page give it to somebody else. They want somebody else to do for them what they can do for themselves. It's when you're willing to pick up. It's when you're willing to eat the dirt. It's when you're willing to sleep in your van for 2 months. It's when you're doing meditation in the sauna. It's when you're breaking barriers in your life. It's when your dreams are coming possible. It's when you're sitting inside of yourself, your fears, your emotions, and your pains no longer have the ability to stop you. Okay, they have the ability to teach you. They have the ability to help you. They have the ability to become your friend. And it's up to you to want that for yourself. It's up to you to want to study your life. It's up to you to want to get inside to that level. And it's up to you to no longer have a victim mentality. Okay, so if you don't want a victim mentality, this is for you. If you want to see inside of yourself, start reading your energy, start getting down, start to understand if you have red energy, the ability to stand your ground in your atmosphere, the ability to stand your ground within your vibration, the ability to use your human organs and your human being, your presence within you. Each of us have a different form of energy combination. Each of us has a different place, and it's to understand all of those that give us the ability to utilize them. And so each of us have a characteristic. That's why they call you a character. They ask you, what type of character do you have? And so ask yourself that question. Do I speak from my heart? Do I speak from my voice? Do I speak from my depth perception? Do I utilize my nervous system? And I remember dancing with these people. I remember going through and selling cars and being in a place and working with each individual type of energy. There's such a thing inside of oneself called blushing. That is a characteristic to glow. I searched that after for a very long time. A very, very long time. And then I understood that all we have to do is be ourselves. We have to use what we have inside. We have to use our challenges as embracing them to the ability to focus past them. We had to get to the place inside where we focus past the emotion. Get to the place where we are focused beyond focus. Focus on the outside, focus on the inside, beyond focus. And that's where the energy lays inside of you. That's where the challenges, the self-understanding lays. And yes, we have different ways to do that. You can read books, you can speak, you can write, you can sing, you can do athletics, you can lift weights. And whichever way you utilize, that's within yourself, that you're working on you. And that is the thing that matters the most. That is the place that matters the most, is that you have the ability to start working on yourself. You have the ability to start grinding on your challenges. You have the ability to become that best in your professions, in your sports, in your homes. And so let's go ahead and start getting to that page where we center ourselves, where we put ourselves in a center of being, where our level of focus starts to connect with that center breath within you, that center being within you, that thing called a human being, that being that's present, that being that has a purpose, that being that has challenges, and start to get down with our challenges, start getting down with ourselves, start getting down with the person that we are on the inside. And so at a centering, at a level of focus, lays a level of knowledge. Knowledge within understanding, knowledge within being, past the emotion, past the fears, past the pains, to where the teacher lays inside of you. That's right, inside of each of you is a student, and inside of each of you is a teacher. See, this goes to India. This goes to South America. This goes to Africa. Each of you have a student and a teacher inside of you. How great is your teacher until the student can listen to the teacher? How great is the teacher until the student can gain access to the lessons within you, the ones that are past your emotion, the ones that are past your pain, that are past your fears. Fear is only a fear until you overcome it, until you get to the page where you can make it through it, until you focus past your challenges where they no longer live inside of you, until you are ready for your journey, until you are ready for your path, until you are ready for your purpose, until you are centered to the point where you have your life. And see, a lot of people out there stop themselves from gaining access to that level of knowledge. They stop themselves from gaining access to that level of being. They stop themselves from gaining access to that level of vibration. Why? Why do you stop yourself? Why do you hold yourself back from the lessons you learned in school? Why do you hold yourself back from the professions that you want to become? Why do you hold yourself back from the knowledge inside of you that liberates you, that gives you ability to hear yourself grow, that gives you the ability to become a light inside of oneself, become a level of reflection from within, become a level of inspiration? And each of us have that to go through. You're not going to face off against it unless you allow yourself to. You're not going to face off against it by sitting down and doing nothing. Okay? You're not going to face off against it by telling yourself it's not possible. You're not going to face off against that level of liberation unless you're able to connect yourself with your being. And when you do connect yourself with your being, when you do get into your challenges and you do start working through them, they're going to come and visit you. They're going to come and ask you, is this what you want? They're going to come and ask you, is this what you want to go through? Is this what you want to do? Is this what you want to be? Is this what you want to overcome? And it's inside of yourself that you will find strength. It's inside of yourself that you will find the reflection. It's inside of yourself that you will become a light in the universe. It is inside of your vibration that you overcome challenge. It is inside of your vibration that you become a light in the universe. It's inside of your vibration that you become an understanding, that you become a reflection. It's inside of your vibration that you light up this world. Your knowledge is yours to achieve. It's yours to become. It's yours to gain access to. And it's also yours to shut off those things that would stop you from getting there within yourself. So if you're feeling like challenges are stopping you, what really is going on inside of yourself. It's going on inside of your ability to be who you are. It's going on inside of your reflection. It's going on inside of your understanding, your light inside of you. And it's up for you to grab. It's up for grabs within yourself. It's waiting for you to purify your mind. And so, if you're in a sales meeting, or you're in a home, or you're in a profession where you're searching for just that little aha moment, you are it. You found the page. You are that mass. You are that magnitude. You are in this universe as a place of discipline, where knowledge and focus lay is centered inside of you. You are that. You are that place where you have the ability to grow. You are that place where you have the ability to focus past your challenges. You are that place where other people can come and seek out you. And when you use this type of technology, you use this kind of understanding where you are one with the universe, where the universe has the ability to utilize you, where you have the ability to, per se, become a Jedi within your life, within your professions, within your understanding of oneself, when you start to see that happen within you, when people see you as a reflection outwards from your level of focus and your level of discipline, when you are centered within yourself, when you are gaining that level of connection with the universe, you know what they see you as? They see you as a reflection of inspiration. They want to be inspired by you. They want to see the things that, and they don't understand how you could do it with your challenges. It's because when you dominate your own challenges, when you know inside of yourself that you are a blessing by the Most High God, that these challenges came so that you could overcome them, that you know that this place that you live, this life you live, this place that you go through, these things that you go through on a daily basis is worth it. And it's at that level that I know your teams will seek me out. It's at that level I know your professions will seek that out. It's at that level that the understanding within yourself, if you want your team to reach the top, hear this message. Share this message with your team. That inside of oneself is the reflection outwards. When I sat there and I did cross-legged meditation for 47 days straight, when I was inside of the sauna and my knees were the size of oranges, when I was standing on the pavement for 12 hours a day, then driving for an additional 8 to 16 hours, when I was focused to that level, the reflection that radiated outwards came from within. And I remember a day, I went and worked an additional day for them. And I remember the mind radiating light. The aha, realizing that they had lost something so great, that they had lost something that worked so hard, that the 12 hours, the 16 hours, the 20 hours that I put in inspired other people to uplift, inspired other people to understand, inspired other people to utilize their challenges. Because each of you have challenge. Each of you have things to go through. And it's up for you to achieve it for yourself. It's up for you to become it within yourself. It's up for you to light up in this universe. Because you are a light. You are a being. You are a manifestation within yourself. It's for you to dominate it at that level that you become that light in this universe. And it's up to you to want it for you, because nobody else is going to want it for you. Nobody's going to put you at the top of your profession unless you want to grind for yourselves. Unless you want to get down with who you are. If you want your whole entire being to vibrate as you are this, hear this message and become focus, knowledge, and discipline to the place of motivation, meditation, and inspiration. And at a place of inspiration, watch your sales team increase, watch your challenges become overcome, and watch the reflection of who you are, the things you go through, the challenges that you go through become overcome. I just want to leave you with that message, and I just want to say blessings, blessings, blessings.